you're just
I'm sorry. I gotta record this. I gotta record. This is too good. Keep going. Keep going. But I'm sorry.
right. So when you're getting a tattoo, you're kind of in your own headspace. You've got to deal with the pain,
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
I think you're just within your own mind a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you agree with
Yeah.
that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I asked a friend of mine, I'm like, usually when I get a tattoo, I shake really, really badly. Like about an hour into a tattoo session, my whole body starts shaking.
Wow.
And so I asked my friend, I'm like, do you shake?
Mm.
Um, Kind of like it actually. And so
Yeah.
this last time when I got it all shaded in,
Yeah.
I remembered that statement, and I'm
Mm.
like, I'm just gonna think about what's going on in my world.
Yeah.
It just gave me a space to kind of really reflect on my current life situation. And I
Mm.
was super chill.
Yeah.
In fact, I almost fell asleep if the guys at the shop weren't talking and carrying on and having a good time. I probably would have fallen asleep.
Wow.
But
Wow.
that one comment really helped me just kind of breeze
Breeze
through
through.
it. Yeah, it was super easy.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
So,
That
yeah,
is that's dope. That's dope. Being in a dark place prompts the aspect of prompted the aspect of tattoos.
to begin
Um,
with, to begin
to
with.
begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it became just a breeze through and an aspect of being able to focus, like you said, on what it is that you're dealing with in your world.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah. So this most recent tattoo, the reason I got the
Mm.
Hanya is because two of my boys have it on their body. And I
Mm.
just wanted something to connect with them in that way.
That way. Yeah.
But most of my other tattoos have to do with, things
Mm.
that I love and
Yeah.
beautiful flowers and
Yeah.
Maui.
Wow.
So that's
Wow.
that's kind of where I am
Mm.
there. Um,
Mm.
this is kind of harsh for
Yeah.
me, but at the
Mm.
same time, I'm like, "Well, we'll make it
Yeah.
all pretty and put some pretty
Yeah.
flowers."
Flowers around it.
Yeah, 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 for sure.
I love that. I love that. That was actually one of the first things that stood out to me. Whenever I see someone that's tatted, I'm like, yeah, I gotta ask them, what does that mean, or why this one, or why that, And it really gives me I think in some sense it gives me a peek into their mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, this person is, in some sense, is I don't want to say daring, but they're not afraid to make a statement. That's
Oh,
kind of.
that's definitely me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not afraid to make, well, you can see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Here I am heading into my 56th year.
Don't look like it.
And I'm just like, I don't want to blend in with the
Let's
crowd
go. Let's
in
go.
any situation, in any way, shape, or form. Whether it's how I dress, I typically wear bright, bold makeup and clothing. Um, and then I've got my moments where I wear all black. Like
Mm-hmm.
I love black.
Me too.
It's
Mm-hmm.
not to signify a dark place
Right.
at
Right.
all, but I think it's very classy and slimming to
Yeah.
a degree.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but I like just being bold. I
Mm.
wouldn't say I'm aggressive. I'm really kind of an assertive
Mm.
person and
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah.
I don't typically take no for an answer. No to mean, I mean, there's definitely situations where
Yeah.
no,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but I think oftentimes no means not now.
Not now. Yeah.
And so I'm constantly,
Mm.
constantly telling myself when someone says no, it means not now. And
Mm.
I try to get to the bottom of it, like, why not now? And what do you need to go through before we can turn that around into a yes?
Mm.
And sometimes, I mean, the answer varies, but
Yeah.
so I I am constantly working on my my personal patience level,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because you have to,
yeah.
in my line of business, for
Mm-hmm.
instance,
Yeah.
you get no, and
Mm,
they're like, now's not the right time. And
mm,
that's okay,
yeah,
but you've got to really work on your patience level
yeah.
with everyone else's current situation and circumstances. So,
Mm, mm.
you know,
You sound you
flexibility, I
Yeah,
guess.
flexibility. Exactly.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You sound completely like an entrepreneur. You really truly do. Because again, that's one of the reasons I wanted to bring you on. And for the ones that are listening to this, again, your page, your persona, your vibrata, all those things that radiate from your content is one of the main things that captivated me in terms of you. It was everything, the personality, the smile, um, the places you were going. I was very curious about that. Everything I saw in your content was it was like you're on another planet. I was like, where is she? Like, like what is this? And you just this joy, this smile, this happiness you carried with everything you're doing. I was like, she really seems to enjoy and have a passion for what she's doing.
Yeah.
So it really, piqued my interest in terms of what it was you did as an entrepreneur. But then when I met you, I DM'd you. It was as clear as day. Like, yeah, she's a ball of joy. You are a
Oh,
ball of joy.
well, thank you. You know, Everyone's going through something. It could
Absolutely.
be
Mhm.
minimal or it could be absolutely major and catastrophic. I'm I'm not out of that realm.
Absolutely.
I've got
Hmm.
things at home, things with business,
Yep.
things with myself, things with my
Hmm.
friends that I'm constantly
Hmm.
worrying about.
Yeah.
But you know what I turn to? Music.
Oh.
Music is my calming source.
Mm.
I listen to such a wide range of music: country, hip hop, rap,
Hmm.
uh, classic rock, pop,
Hmm.
like all of it,
Hmm.
and even classical music. But it
Yeah.
puts me into a different head place. It gets me out of myself
Yep.
and into where I want to be. And I think
Hmm.
we have to consciously think, where do I really want to be at this moment
Hmm.
in time? And music kind of is that avenue, that vehicle to take you
Yeah.
there, at
Yeah.
least for me.
Hmm.
So that and work
Hmm.
is my everything. Work gives me the opportunity to do the things that I need to for my family and for my friends
Yep.
and, people who are in need. And I
Hmm.
care very deeply about that.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
that's my drive.
Let me ask you this again, because I'm going to nail it hard because I'm going to
Yeah.
pick your brain with this, and that is in the realm of entrepreneurship. Again, I know we're moving into what it is you do and things of that nature, but I want to
Mhm.
ask you this quick question because you just made this pop into my head. Do you think a person can be born an entrepreneur? Are they born an entrepreneur, or are they molded into that mindset, mentality of I don't accept no, I'm in control type of thing? Like, can you be born that way?
I think it comes from, I mean, we're all born with our personalities and they shine and show through from day one. So I have four children, and
Mm,
I'll give you an example of, I mean, they're all very successful, they're
yeah.
well rounded. Let me tell you about my firstborn. His
Mm,
name, and I think I've talked to
yeah.
you about all my kids. So my firstborn is Aaron Brimhall.
Hmm.
He came out with a big, big personality, you
Nice.
know, and I think it has to do with your environment for sure. But, our personalities are given to us by whoever you call God, a higher being.
Hmm.
So with Aaron, from a very, very early age. In fact, he taught himself how to ride a two-wheel bike when he was 2.5 years old.
Oh my goodness.
At two and a
Like,
half years old, I got him one of those big tire two-wheel bikes, and
wow.
I put the little training wheels on, and he did that for a minute and was like, nah. So I took the training wheels off, and we lived in student housing. We
Yeah.
talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Aaron, just ride on the grass, go down the hill. There was a little hill, a grassy hill,
Mm-hmm.
and he would just, occasionally pick his feet up. And within a couple of days, he was screaming down that hill on two wheels. And I'm like, but that's kind of been his mode from, you know, early childhood. He's just a go-getter. Um, in fact, he inspired me, and we didn't talk about this, but
Mm.
back in 2006,
Yeah.
I weighed 232 pounds on a 5'4" frame. I was in a size 20, close to a size 24. And Aaron came to me, and he was doing two-a-days football.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
Mom, I am busting my butt out here on the field.
Mm.
Do you want to start doing something? I
Wow.
think you need to get help. And he came about it in a very,
Loving.
very loving way,
Yeah.
but
Mm.
he gave me that push. It was him and my girlfriend Tanya.
Wow.
Within the same week, my friend Tanya wrote me a beautiful letter and
Mm.
sent it to me. And she said, I see more for you than I think you see for yourself. I mean, it was a really long letter, but within that week's time, hearing Aaron ask me to get in a better place and become healthier, and then my friend, yeah, it really spurred me to be a better version. But the point to that is my kids
Mm.
drive me like I can't even tell
Mm.
you.
Mm.
They are very inspirational to me.
Yeah.
I think we all need to make decisions based on what we want in life, and we have to really dig deep to make it happen.
Mm.
So my initial why for getting in better shape, I still have quite a bit to go. I've got like 38 pounds I want to lose,
Yeah.
but still to this very day,
Mm-hmm.
all of my kids are like, don't stop, don't quit, just keep
Mm.
going, you know, and get as healthy as you can. And they're very supportive,
Mm.
But yeah, my kids are go-getters,
Wow.
and I'm very proud of them. I'm really proud of them.
You should be. You should be proud of yourself too. They come from this amazing Heather. Like they're coming from this very woman I'm talking to.
Yeah,
You played a part in that. I
yeah,
think I think you did. I mean, even just now
oh
meeting you,
sure,
yeah, even meeting you now, you poured into me in the past 2 days. Seriously, that's kind of in some sense heightened me up. When you like take special care to the people you have in your circle, those around you, those people are the ones that impact you the most.
they do.
They really do. They really do.
I
Mhm.
go, I go to bed thinking about them. I wake up thinking about them. I wake up in the middle of the night thinking about
Mm-hmm.
them. Um, these people who are important to me, I will literally move mountains for. So, that's really my driving force in my
Mm-hmm.
world right now.
Mm, mm,
So,
mm, 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 mm. This is why I had to bring you on. This is why I'm bringing you on. Like, come on. I love it. I love it. Already it's getting this way, and we haven't even dived into my questions.
yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's
But
do
but
it.
I want people to know, what do you do? Like, who are you? What do you do? Where are you from? A little bit of
Yeah,
background about your childhood, and then where you are
yeah.
now.
Yep. So I'll be turning 56 this year.
Mm-hmm.
Born and raised in Salt Lake City, Utah. Is a beautiful state. In
Mm.
fact, I'm trying to talk my friend into coming here. I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, you travel a lot, but you haven't been to Utah. Is one of the
Wow.
prettiest states I think we have. It
Wow.
just absolutely, we've got everything. We've got all four seasons. It's amazing. It's
Mm.
beautiful. The only thing lacking is the beach.
It's the beach. Yeah,
It's
true.
the beach.
True. True.
Um, and I'm an only child. I lost my mom 2 years ago, this
Mm.
coming July.
Yeah.
My dad, you did ask me if my dad was still living. He is. So
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
How's your relationship with your dad? I gotta know. I'm sorry.
It's getting better.
Okay, good, good,
Yeah,
good.
we had a rough go, and
Okay.
I don't know if you want me to talk about
No, you don't
this
have to.
on air, but
Yeah.
since my mom passed away, we've had to really work on our
Nice.
relationship, and
Nice.
it's moving along.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Love it.
and I think that's another thing for people who are struggling with mental health. And I being one of them, I was very suicidal a few
Wow.
years ago
Wow.
before I started my travel business. And, um, I think if you can, it's hard to forgive people who have wronged you, right?
Yep.
And it's hard to forgive and forget.
Yep.
But really, you're not going to move into a better place until you can actually not only forgive,
Mm.
but let it go. You got to let it go. Otherwise, you're going to be stagnant and you're going to be living
Mm.
in that same dark place the rest of your life.
Mm.
And so it comes from within. You've got to work on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. You're drinking poison,
you are.
holding on to, yeah, it's a double-edged sword, right? You're
Yeah.
killing yourself while trying to stab someone else.
Yeah.
You're right. You're exactly right. And I love that you
Yeah.
said, let it go. Let it go. Like
Yeah.
not just forgive, but let it go.
Let it go.
I love that.
Holding on to hate and grief isn't going to do anything but hurt you. Like whoever wronged you, they don't care. They don't care. And in many situations, they probably don't even know. Or if they know, they don't know to what degree.
That's good.
So, it's
Mm-hmm.
literally up to us to make that change.
Yeah. Yeah. When did
You know,
you tell yourself this? When did that realization come? Like were you in the bathroom and you just looked in the mirror and said, Heather, like when did that happen? That realization?
um, a few years ago. Are you
Mm.
talking about a few years ago?
Yeah, like
Or
I guess in terms of like because I'm assuming you're referencing this with your perhaps your father or maybe other things that have. So I guess like in terms of all of those different aspects, and then what you just said now, when did that realization of not only can you forgive, but you also need to let it go? When did that realization hit you?
when I was really suicidal a few years ago,
Mhm.
I bought a couple of guns and I was going to head up in the mountains on my birthday
Wow.
and take care of it.
Yep.
Um, and I had to really sit and think. I'm like, do I want this? My kids were talking to me, and
Yeah.
um, I had to just ask myself the question:
Yeah.
Do I really want to do this to my family?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because it's not going to hurt me.
Yeah.
It's going to
Yeah.
hurt them. And do I love them or do I not?
Wow.
I think that if you really love somebody, you're not going to put them through that much
Mm.
heartache. So I thought, okay, if I'm not going to do this, then I need to figure myself out and do whatever it takes
Yeah.
to make it different,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
And so when I was introduced into the world of travel,
Mm-hmm.
owning my own travel business,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
um, I was just going to do it as a hobby. Like,
Wow.
really, I just wanted to get my own travel at a discount. And then I was just gonna, and then I was just gonna book for friends and family and call it
A
good.
day.
Like maybe book
Yeah.
one or two trips a month. Nothing grand or
Wow.
spectacular. And as I was doing the training
Yeah.
and um, learning about the business, I got so entrenched with it.
Wow.
And then when my very first client that
Mm-hmm.
I booked was for Amtrak. Oh, you can't see it. Amtrak vacation.
I'm checking. Okay.
And um, you know what saved me? What it's being involved in other people's lives. And it's not even about booking the travel. That
Mm-hmm.
is not why I'm in this
Mm-hmm.
business. I'm
Mm-hmm.
in this business because I get such a high and such a rush meeting and talking to people and diving into their world and
Mm-hmm.
getting to know them and what makes them tick. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, this is truly amazing. It got me out of my headspace with all the different things
Yeah.
that I was facing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, this is my outlet.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
it isn't about the travel.
Yeah.
As much as I love to travel and get excited for them, it's really
Mm-hmm.
just meeting and getting to know so many amazing
Amazing.
people. So that's my story in a
My
nutshell.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
And I work 7 days a week.
Mm.
I don't really consider it work. I mean,
Yeah.
there's definitely times when it's frustrating and you put so many hours into a day and you're just like, okay, just watch the sun go like this.
Yeah.
I did nothing, but that's not necessarily true.
True. Yeah.
Every single day I learn something from my customers, and it's crazy because they have no idea what they've done for me
For
that
you.
yeah. um my best friend I met in the travel business,
Oh
and
wow.
I'm just like, you never know.
You never know.
Everything happens for a reason, and so here I am today.
Come on. Oh my goodness. I love this. Like, you literally make me choke back tears, because I relate to this. Everything you're saying, I relate to. I told you, I'm like, man, Heather, you remind me so much of me. You're like a female version of me. It's like because the level of happiness that you find in your passion, in the fulfillment of others,
Mhm.
all of those different aspects, talking to, meeting new people, is exactly what I do. And it's like I just don't do the travel part yet,
Yeah.
but that's coming. That's coming.
Yeah.
But it's still the aspect of being able to pour into other people's lives.
Yeah.
You then yourself become refreshed.
Yeah. I do.
Exactly. Exactly.
And here's another, if you think of it this way,
Mm-hmm.
we have pets. Let's talk about dogs.
Yeah.
I've got two dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what happens to us when we're feeling sad if we have a dog? The dog will come over and
Yeah.
want to be pet and just loved on. Um, and so what does that do to us?
Mm-hmm.
We're giving of ourselves to our pets or other people or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. It brings us joy. The dogs want us to pet them and give them loves, but guess who it brings joy to?
Mm-hmm.
Not just them,
Not just them.
but us.
Mm-hmm.
And you can relate that to people who you're around. People fill my cup every single day. I just hope I do the same.
Mm.
I hope I hope they're filling from me what I'm getting from them.
We feel it. We feel it.
You feel it. Yeah.
We feel it. We feel it. Uh, the analogy, the pet analogy, I never looked at it that way. I
Yeah.
actually never looked at it. That's actually very interesting. I can't wait to make that a snippet. But that right there is perfect. Because we have a bunny, we call it Joy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just cute. Those little turd balls she leaves behind everywhere. It's just they're all over the house. Like,
Yeah.
but when she comes towards us, when she wants to be petted, if you rub their head like that, it sends like a chill down their spine, and that causes them to just feel they grind their teeth. They're literally grinding it because it feels so good.
Yeah.
And that really is saying to them that you love them. So in
Yeah.
the same way, what you just said in regards to how they come up to you or they want to in some sense be nurtured, but in hindsight, that also ends up happening to you. You get fed into or poured into through that.
Yeah.
I love that analogy.
So Trey, back to your bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Know what makes your bunny happy?
What?
You know that rubbing them
Oh,
right here.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
So with dogs or
Hmm.
with people, if we really take the time to get to know what they need and what makes them happy, and if we can provide that for them, it's going to make them happy, but it also makes us feel good that we can be of service to them. So I think that's what life all just comes down to is being in service to those people that you love or
Mm-hmm.
those people who you come across that need their cup filled, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
it can't do anything besides fill your own cup while you're doing it.
And what's the alternative? The alternative sounds horrible, right? It's like,
Well, yeah,
yeah,
hatred, you know, hatred and just misery.
misery,
Thing.
misery. Like what you just said.
Or you're inside yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you're just doing the world and yourself a disservice, I think.
Come on, come on, come on,
Yeah.
Heather. You said when you were suicidal, you thought about your family, what that would do to them.
Yeah.
That saved you. That
Yeah.
brought you out of that dark spot.
Yeah.
I have so many people I talk to that I hope are listening to this because I know a lot of people who struggle with suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
But
It was rough. It was
yeah,
rough.
mm-hmm.
And I have a really good friend that struggles with it. And
Yep, mm-hmm.
it I I feel
Yeah,
feelings
mm-hmm.
because they were so close to me. And
Yeah,
it literally scares me to death. But at the end of the day, I'm just like, you got to pull yourself together. You know,
mm-hmm. Yep,
you have to do the work too.
mm-hmm. Yep,
So find something that you love, find something
yeah,
that you care about. And if you, if you can't, if the only decision you have to not do something that harmful to yourself,
mm-hmm.
um, do it for those who love you.
Mm.
Stay here for people who love you.
Come on, come on. Okay, what would you say to someone who then says, "There's no one that loves me"?
I don't believe it.
I agree. I agree.
I don't believe it. We leave an impact everywhere we go. First impressions, secondary impressions. As we build relationships with people, we leave our mark.
Mm, mm, facts. Whew, I told you we getting deep. I told look, I mean, I got three questions I haven't even asked yet. Like,
Yeah.
but this is good. I'm hovering here for a reason. There's a lot of people I know that struggle with mental health. A lot of people, Heather, I talk to in the DMs, and again, I think that this will benefit them. These things I'm asking, that your experiences, your own experiences, I think that they can benefit from. But this is awesome. This is awesome. I want to go now a little bit deeper into again your entrepreneurial mindset, the mindset behind it. So I'll start asking some of the few cascading questions that I do have that's targeting it. But again, you own your own travel agency. Just to kind of recap,
Yeah.
you're doing all this on your own, or are you partnering with the actual traveling agency, like the aspects of interest where certain clients may want to go or travel through or hotels? Are you partnering with them, or is everything just directly owned by you and you're just kind of calling and setting up reservations?
I own my travel agency,
Mhm.
but all travel agencies have an opportunity to partner with every supplier on the
Yeah.
planet, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my little niche that I focus on. I do ocean and river cruise tours and to a lesser degree resorts. It's not my favorite thing to do. But tours and cruises I love. So I can book anybody for virtually anything that they want.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So
That is
it's,
absolutely amazing.
building those relationships not only with the customer, but the suppliers too, because
Yeah.
constant contact.
Yep.
And I definitely have my favorite people at the level too. But it's like it's sports. We're all a team, not
Yeah.
just me by myself, but the team would consist of the client.
Mm.
No, I talked about this when we first started talking.
Good.
My client is my boss.
Yeah.